What?
Transaction.
Oh, I know.
You can't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the George Brendler Field for the 2013 Frankie Garrow Memorial Tournament. Now let's meet the visiting team, the Beekmantown Eagles.
Welcome back to the George
Number
Brendler
2,
Field. The teams have marched off to the center of the field. They're announcing the starters right now. And Joe, who are our officials for tonight's game?
We have Mr. Steve Regan and Mr. Jamie Labarge, two longtime officials and two of the best ones in the region.
They're very, very good.
Yes. So that's,
Number 10,
you know, today we called Kylie Reagan's name a lot. Well, that would, be her father right there.
Steve's her dad?
Yeah.
Well, I actually gave Kylie the MVP of that game. So and I know Miss Villamere got it. She got the couple of goals, but Miss Regan played her heart out. So.
number 20,
Well, the Chazy Eagles are in their home uniforms, white uniforms, green lettering. Beekmantown's in their away uniforms. They're red uniforms with white lettering. And this game is literally about a couple minutes away from starting. You are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country Hometown Radio, WIRY 1340 or wiry.com. We'll be back for the start of this game in 2 minutes.
You sure?
number 5,
You better be
Josh
sure, man.
Berry.
Okay, to just spin the doing.
Number
You whipping
6,
through 'em?
Dylan Dorn.
We're already down here.
All right, go.
Number 7, Tyler Hicks. Number 8, Spencer Rogers. Number 15, Alex Rogers. Number 16, Hayden Gay. Number 20, Keegan O'Connor. Number 25, Alex Papier. And goalkeeper, Austin Gravel. The Eagles are coached by Rob McCall. Please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
Welcome back to the George Brendler Field. I'm Joey Trombley along with Joe Poisson. We're really close to this game starting. The players are out with their coaches on the field. Chazy looks like they'll be going from left to right. Beekmantown from right to left. Beekmantown in the red uniforms, Chazy in their white uniforms. Joe, I can't wait for this game to start. I think it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be good. I'm telling you, I'm looking at this field too, Joey, and this is the last game of two tournaments. We had Mary Latrimore Be the Match tournament, and this is the 10th game, I believe, that's been played on this field in 2 days, and the field is just still in beautiful condition. Yeah, you got to give kudos to Mr. Norcross, the athletic director of Chazy. He treats this like his child, and boy, it looks like it. It's a beautiful, beautiful field tonight.
Well, last year it was a 1-1 tie. It will go down as a tie, and of course Chazy won it in the shootout, so they were declared the winner. So it will be interesting to see what happens this year. And we got two best teams in the area going after one of the two, or two of the best teams in the area.
Sure. Yeah. It will be fun tonight. Like I said, Danusi's done a good job back there with for Coach Lucy too. Coach Lucy's had some good luck here with Beekmantown. I mean, a couple of years ago they were in the sectionals. They played a couple of games. They got outplayed by PHS and they snuck out I think it was a 1-0 victory. They did the same thing to Northeastern, who was heavily favored right after that. Went to the States, so like I said, a lot of these kids on that team are still here. So
Well,
they have a lot of experience.
Beekmantown's going to take the kickoff here, and
Let's go. We're gonna talk.
Jamie Labarge and Steve Reagan are checking with the goalies, and everybody seems to be set. And we are now playing right now. It is Nick Price, number 10, sending the ball up over to Waterbury. Waterbury has it knocked away by Rogers to the middle of the field. Price with the ball. Gay knocks it away over to Barrier. Barrier up over to Brothers, pushes it up trying to find Drake. Kyle Drake with some nice speed, but some good defensive play by Proper. Proper takes it away, sends it up toward midfield. Lapierre steps up, sends it toward the 18. It goes off the foot of Proper, and it goes off the head of Sullivan. Loose ball picked up by the Beekmantown Eagles, Constanti. Now it goes on to the foot of Sky Domley, midfield into Chazy territory. He tips it up into the open space near sideline. Running back is Rabideau as well as Dorn. Dorn with the ball, trying to get by Frederick. He sends it up over to the Barrier. Barrier's being challenged by Price. And you see Price on Barrier. Price takes it from Barrier. Price is a very skilled player here for Beekmantown. Two players, Barrier being one of them. Barrier bound for that ball. It's Price and Barrier. It's going to be a battle all night between those two young men.
Yeah.
It goes off of Beekmantown, and boy, they're going at each other hard.
The officials are keeping the whistles in the pockets here early.
Well, Price takes the throw in from the Chazy Rogers. Ball's up in the air, headed up toward the 18 of Chazy, and Waterbury just turns around and rips a shot off the end line. Goal kick for Chazy.
Yeah, if the officials are gonna let it go this early, Joey, it's gonna be a really tough fought game, real physical.
Well, it is Doran taking the kick here for Chazy, the goal kick. And there's a nice booming kick. It will go to midfield, and it goes off the head of Sullivan to the near sideline. Again, Beekmantown going from right to left, and it's out of bounds off of goes off of the Alex Rabideau, so it will be Frederick taking the throw in here for Beekmantown. Intercepted by Barrier over to Rabideau, sent to midfield, and it's knocked away by Frederick, but it's picked up by Brothers. He goes to midfield over to Hayden Gay. Gay switches fields, trying to find Kyler Hicks on the far side, and defensively it's Danusi over there, and he just knocks it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in for Chazy about halfway into Beekmantown territory. They're going from left to right on the far sideline. O'Connor with the throw in here for Chazy. Sends it into the box, trying to get it to Drake, and coming off the line, goalie Leclerc gets it no problem. With 37:34 to go, he'll work his way to the 18 to punt the ball toward midfield. Taking his time is Leclerc. He sends the punt. It's actually short. It goes to the foot of Dominy. Dominy goes to the far side up over to Danusi. He sends it into Chazy territory. Back there is Dorn. He chips it back up to midfield, but over there is Dominy. Dominy with the ball being challenged by Gay, but Dominy still has the ball makes a nice move, goes into Chazy territory, sends a through ball, and there coming off his line is Gravel, and Gravel gets there before Constanti. So Gravel will take his time, let his team set up here. He'll work his way to the 18. Gravel, nice booming kick, goes into Beekmantown territory, goes off the head of Barrier. Barrier pushed off the ball by Dominy, and Dominy will be called for the push there. So Chazy will get a free kick here just inside the Beekmantown area at midfield, probably about 4 yards in. And it will be Brothers taking the kick here for Chazy.
Actually, going to be Dorn taking the kick. He's got a nice foot here, too. Let's see what he can do with it.
Go, Drake. Go, Dorn.
Now here's Dorn. He's letting him set up. Dorn sends it right into the box. A nice feed into the box. Knocked out by number 20. That Brothers takes a shot, and it's deflected around, and it hits. Scores!
Easy, right on
Drake!
Holy
Off right off the side of his foot, and he took it off the upper post and in.
Right off the restart, that was a restarts are dangerous, and Dorn delivered a nice ball and created all kinds of havoc inside that box, and Beekmantown didn't defend well. You know, well, you can't play around with it, and they did pay the price. So Drake, who got the assist? Are they going to give an assist?
Well, I'm not sure. My guess would be might give it to. Well, it kind of bounced around there, so you can't really give it to Dorn. We'll find out who the officials give it to.
I'm going to say it's going to be number 3. It looks for Chazy.
Well, it is Price with the ball. Stepping up is Brothers, and Price has it knocked away by Barry. And Barry and Price are not putting up with each other. They're going after each other hard. And they'll be interested to see how this game progresses here. It's Waterbury into Chazy territory with Barry and Waterbury. Waterbury and Barry are battling. So you got Barry battling Price and Waterbury and being pushed off the ball.
Yeah, they got to start. They got to keep those whistles. They got to take them out of the pockets. Yeah.
And Brothers chips it out.
You got to
Price trying to get it.
Make some calls here.
Foot of Drake. Drake pushes it up over on the foot to Hayden Gay. Good job by Gay. He's trying to send it up to Drake, but it's controlled by the Beekmantown defense. They're controlling the play. It goes onto the foot of Proper. Proper with the ball being challenged by Drake. Coming over to help out is Gay, but Proper takes the ball. Proper now in the Chazy territory. He sends it up over to Dominic. Dominic now goes over to the far sideline. And now they're booting it toward the 18 on the foot of Price. Waterbury takes one time to wide of the net. Some good movement by Beekmantown on the counter attack.
Beekmantown has good skill. You know, they can move the ball around, and once they start those short passes, they look. Seems like they look for Waterbury. Though I mean, he's their animal up front, and that's what they want to keep getting the ball. They keep driving it right to Waterbury. He's just taking some shots from distance.
Dorn, nice kick from the goal kick right to midfield, but ball won in the air by the Eagles of Beekmantown. It's on the foot of Dominic. Dominic goes to the far sideline. One times it up over to Constanti. Knocked back to midfield, controlled by Gay. Gay trying to shield Dominic, pushes it back over to Barrier. Barrier now goes to Tyler Hicks. Goes a little too far ahead of him, and it's kicked up by Danucci. Danucci gives it back up to Sullivan. Cleared into Chazy territory, and here comes Munson for the Eagles of Beekmantown. Gets it onto the foot of Price, but knocked away by Rabideau, and it's headed by Drake up to Hayden Gay. Gay trying to get by Danucci. He gets by Danucci and coming over defensively. It looks like Plumador. He sends it up to the far sideline onto the foot of Munson. Munson trying to go up the sideline, far sideline, and it goes out of bounds at midfield. So it'll be a throw in here for Keegan O'Connor. O'Connor with the throw in here for Chazy. And he sends it down over to Hayden Gay. And it's just boomed out of there by Plumador. It goes off into the other field. And it will be a throw in here for Chazy. And it is Keegan O'Connor. 33-43 to go. O'Connor with the throw in. He's letting his players set up in the box. He's even with the box far sideline with the throw in. Goes over the head of Brothers, but back over to O'Connor, and he chips it in. It's headed by Rabideau, but it headed out, and it's stepping up is Lapierre. Lapierre sends it up, and now it's Price. Coming over hard is Rogers. Rogers pushes it over to Rabideau. Rabideau trying to split the defense here. He's taken down by number 13. No foul by Fredericks.
They're going to have to start pulling the whistles out of the pockets. I mean, because that's a foul. You know, there's a foul all day long.
Well, I think the officials are going to see let them play, see how far it goes.
Yeah, but now somebody can get hurt, though, Joe. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. I mean, this is the beginning of the season, and they got to start making some calls.
Well, it's 32-57, and the ball's thrown in midfield, controlled by Brothers. He sends it all the way over, crossing the field to O'Connor. O'Connor, far side defense for the Eagles. Goes to Lapierre at midfield. And he gets it over to Brothers. Brothers now over to Hayden Gay. Chazy playing their passing game over to Drake. Right onto the foot of Drake. Drake has some defenders in front of him. Drake has some good foot skills trying to get a shot off. He does, a screen shot. And it goes to Leclerc. But one thing Drake did was there was 3 or 4 Beekmantown defenders, and he tried to play that screen shot.
That was good work. Actually, good work. We had Rabideau open too, and I think everybody was looking to Rabideau, and they kind of surprised the defense.
Well, the ball is at midfield. It's picked up by Brothers. Brothers with the ball goes to the near sideline. Rabideau with some good speed saves it from going out. It's Rabideau working his way down the line, and it's poke checked out by Fredericks. So Rabideau with the throw in here. He's slowing it up here. Now there's a nice throw in right to the box. It lands in the box on the ground. And Hayden Gay one times it over the net.
Just over the net.
And you've always said this, Joe, you don't want the ball landing in the box.
No, you don't. And right there, Beekmantown was kind of fortunate. And I mean, Hayden had that just a little bit lower. It's a really good throw in by Rabideau. I'm very impressed with that throw, and they're going to have to start using him more often, I think, on that.
Well,
Very
LeClaire will
effective.
take the goal kick, and he has a nice kick. It will go right to midfield, off the head of Barrier, but it goes on to the foot of Fredericks of Beekmantown. He nails it off the back of Price, goes to Waterbury. Now it goes on to the foot of Constanti. Constanti pushes it back to Munson. Munson far sideline sends it down, and going back there is O'Connor, but going at it hard is Constanti. It is O'Connor and Constanti. We got a battle. One by Constanti. He's going along the baseline, and Brothers comes back to help out to deflect the play into the open space, and Barrier trying to drill it out of there, and he does, and he's going to let his defense here set up, it looks like. And the ball does finally make its way out of bounds at the midfield mark, but quickly it's thrown right back in here by the Beekmantown defender, and it goes on to Waterbury. Ryan Waterbury working his way down the line. He will serve it across. Nice cross, and good defense at play.
Good job by
Rabidou getting on Price.
Rabidou that did that? That was
Yeah,
good.
Rabidou did that.
Good defense.
And it's Hayden Gay battling for the ball, and both teams are playing hard right now, and it is Proper has the ball taken away by Drake. Drake goes down, and it's now cleared back by Dominique into the foot of Waterbury. Waterbury has it.
Good play by
Tyler
Lapeer.
here, and it is Tyler Hicks gets it up over to Hayden Gay at midfield, and he chips it up over to Drake.
Nice.
And Tyler Drake pushes it back
he had
over
Rabidou.
to Brothers. He goes open space over to Barrow. He just gets it up over to Lapeer, and they'll reset, sends it all the way back to Dorn at the midfield position. He switches fields to the far side, gets it up over to O'Connor. O'Connor at midfield, pushes it up over to Lapeer. He one-times it up over to Brothers. Brothers now finds Drake, but a little too far ahead of him, and it's cleared out by Sullivan. It's now knocked out, bounds, far sideline. No, it stays in. Good job by Munson. He sends it to the open space, but it's
Oh, he's in
Barrier with the
space.
ball. Barrier being challenged by Domini. Barrier working his way through, trying to send it through, but good job defensively, and LeClaire does a good job calling off Plumador with 29:37 to go. Chazy with the early goal at the 36-16 mark. Kyle Drake gets the goal.
Derek Drake.
Or Derek Drake. Kyle is his brother, and Derek gets the goal early to go up 1-0
This
for
is by
Chazy.
Zach Brothers.
And it is Brothers now working his way through, trying to get it through to Barrier, or to Drake. Knocked away, stepping up is Hayden Gay, but a good hustling job by Proper. But now stepping up for Chazy on the far side is Tyler Hicks. He passes it back, trying to find Brothers, but it goes on the foot of Waterbury. Waterbury gets it to Dominique.
Brothers
has
is
it
playing
knocked
well.
away by Brothers.
Playing very well. Again, Zach Brothers.
And Drake rips a shot way wide of the net, and it'll be a goal kick for Beekmantown.
Chazy's looking pretty good. I mean, it's kind of back and forth a little bit, but Chazy's had the better of the chances so far. Waterbury's had some shots from distance, and seems like that's all Beekmantown really has done. In midfield for Chazy's playing very, very well with Barry and Brothers.
Well, right now you had Bingo, you had Bacon, and you have Pummel checking into the game here for Beekmantown. And it is LeClaire with the goal kick, ball at midfield. It is Barrier and Price. They're battling again, and it's picked up by LeClaire, but he gets it up over to Pummel, who's just checked into the game, and it's chipped up, and Price sends it back to the far sideline. Over there is O'Connor. O'Connor chips it up, trying to find somebody from Chazy that goes on to the foot of Bingo. He's trying to get somebody, and it just got by him. But nice job by Rabidou heading it up into Beekmantown territory, but picking it up is Sullivan. Drake giving chase, he puts it on the foot of Plumador. Plumador comes back to Sullivan. He sends it to midfield, controlled by Barrier. He gets up to Brothers, back to Drake. He one-times it over to Hayden Gay. Gay has the ball. He's looking to get by Domini. Domini trying to defend, gets it up over to Barrier. Steals it, Domini sends it back up into Chazy territory. It will work its way to the goalie, which is Austin Gravel, who got the starting nod for tonight, at least for the first half. He's waiting for everybody to settle down here before he punts the ball at the 18-yard line. Big booming punt by
Beautiful
Austin
punt.
Gravel into Beekmantown territory. A good play by Price to control the ball, and he gets it on to the head of Bacon. But he has taken away
Nice
by
ball.
Rabidou. Rabidou gets it to Drake. Drake working his way to the 18, pushes it up over to, and there's a shot by Hayden Gay. It's
Sorry, good
wide
luck.
of the net, but some good stuff by the Eagles, the Chazy Eagles, and the score is still 1-0 at the 27:09 mark. Chazy leading Beekmantown.
Played a pretty good game, Joey.
Yeah.
I mean, you see some really good skill. The officials, I guess, are keeping the whistles in the pockets tonight, and so that's the way nature of this game. So it's going to be interesting to see how this carries on as it gets later.
Well, another nice punt here by LeClaire, or say goal kick by LeClaire. It was at midfield, now it's working its way back toward the Beekmantown end line here. Giving chase is Rabidou. but a good job by Sullivan to shield it, to let it go out of bounds. So he'll take the throw in here for Beekmantown. Beekmantown going from right to left, and the ball is thrown in, but it goes off the head of Rabu. He tried to get Drake, and now goes on to the foot of Bacon. Bacon pushes it up. He's trying to find.
Shot by Rabu.
He tried to find Price, and it goes onto the foot of Lapierre. He goes all the way over to Tyler Hicks, but it's taken away by Bingo. Bingo looking for somebody. Hicks giving some good challenge.
Good job by
He
Hicks.
takes it off of Bingo.
Good
So,
job
yeah.
by the youngster Hicks. I like the way he plays. He hustles and he gives 100% all the time, and that's good. He caused that right there.
Well, it's a throw in for Chazy, far side, about 10 yards into Beekmantown territory. It will be O'Connor with the throw in. He gets it off the head of Brothers. It's up in the air, goes off of Price, and Barrier just rips a shot, but it goes no problems. It goes into the cornfield, and Galen Trombley's out there. He's picking corn here. He's getting the balls for the Chazy team out there. And it will be a goal kick here for the varsity team, Beekmantown Eagles, and it will be Matt LeClaire. And there's the punt. Rabu's doing a good job in the air tonight.
Chazy's doing well in the air.
Well, they're controlling the play in the air right now.
Yeah.
And it is Pummel trying to get it to Price, goes to midfield, controlled by Dominic. Dominic with the ball, sends it right up to the open space. It will work its way out of bounds. There'll be a throw in here for Chazy. Chazy is probably about 10 yards shy from their end line. It'll be a throw in. It looks like Rogers will take the throw in. Chazy going from left to right, Beekmantown from right to left.
Beekmantown's pushing everybody up too, so.
And it goes off of the head of Barrier over to
Nobody in
Then
the
he goes to the open space, but the only one there is Bingo for Beekmantown. Bingo for Beekmantown, looking for somebody, pushes it back into the defensive end. He gets it onto the foot of Danusi. Danusi trying to go back to Dominic. It's taken by Brothers. He gets it over to Gay. Gay with the ball with his way to the 18. He's got Drake. He gets the shot off. Drake is behind the defense, so he is offside. We have Lee Barkham up here. He said that was a deflection. It should have been offside.
I agree.
But the whistle was blown.
Hey, no, nothing wrong with it.
Finally.
We have a whistle.
Fine, buddy.
And it was a bad one.
Well, that's your view, Joe.
I'll speak to Mr. Labarge after.
He was right there.
Yes.
So there's a nice punt or goal kick by Matt LeClaire. Ball headed back into the defensive end. Rogers is there for Chazy. He pushes it over to Lapierre in the middle of the field. And Waterbury trying to take away.
Good play by Barrier.
Barrier came back from midfield to help out there. And it's headed by Sky Dominic. He's trying to find Waterbury.
There's a lot of pushing going on. Yeah, he's
Waterbury
fine.
will be called for the push.
That's the first push I think they've called all night. There's only been about 15 of them, so it's and it was a legitimate call.
So it will be Bourne taking the kick here, right at the 18. And he drills it up toward midfield. It goes off of the head of Brothers. And Rabu heads it to the ground. It goes on the foot of Price. But Lapierre steps up, trying to get to the ball. And now it's deflected, and it goes to Price for Beekmantown. Price trying to break in. It's Price, and coming over.
Great job.
Is Rogers.
Rogers saved that one.
Yeah, he came over.
Good
Price
job
was
by
breaking in.
Rogers. Yeah.
And you can see the skill Price has. He was coming in.
Speed.
McAuliffe was not happy with that breakdown.
No,
So it's going to be a
no.
corner kick here. And here comes some substitutions. We have a Wyan coming
This
in.
will help Chazy.
We have
These subs right
Constanti
now.
coming in. And we have Fredericks coming in.
This is going to help Chazy right now and helps them get set up because they were just a little bit disorganized on defense. And Rogers, he thwarted that one. That was-
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
Yes, he did. He shows why he's on the field.
I think Price guys were getting like silver dollars there. He was coming in on the
They got
goal.
Austin Gravel's was too.
Yeah, that's a short penalty kick here, or a corner kick, I should say. And it's Dominic working his way in. Dominic gets in the shot off, and it's deflected off toward the outside the 18. Rabu going after it hard, as well as Sullivan. And it is a throw-in for Beekmantown, and Steve Reagan's right there. So we have a throw-in for Beekmantown. And it looks like Pummel will take the throw-in here for Beekmantown. They're halfway into Chazy territory. On the near sideline, they're going from right to left. Foul comes in just outside the 18. And turning around, kicking it is Fredericks, who checked into the game and is working its way back to midfield, but it's controlled by Danusi. Danusi trying to get the ball over to Bingo, but it's picked up by Tyler Hicks. Hicks working his way toward midfield, picked up by Dominic. Dominic back into Chazy territory, and it goes back to the foot of Bingo. Bingo sends it to the open space, and it's Brothers there. Brothers has some time, gets by Fredericks. He's trying to get by Dominic, but Dominic takes it back, and Barrier now goes to the open space far side, picked up by Tyler Hicks. Hicks running down hard, but so isn't Bingo. Bingo gets there first, but taken away by Hicks. Hicks trying to get by Bingo. Bingo does a nice job. He wins that battle. He sends it up, but the ball is headed by O'Connor, but it misses Brothers, and it's now a counterattack here by the Beekmantown Eagles. It's Skylar Dominy going down hard. Dominy and Dorn battling. And it is
Good job by Dorn.
And it is a goal kick.
Very good job by Dorn to come back because Dominy's got some wheels, and boy, he was ready to go by Dorn. Dorn just, he's got good skill. He cuts people off well. He, that's what he does well. He very good defender.
And actually, Joe, it was Constanti. We thought it was Dominy, but it was Constanti.
Okay.
And there's the punt by Dorn. And it goes over the head of Hicks onto the foot of Bingo. Bingo tries to get it to Constanti. It's at midfield, controlled by number 13, Fredericks. But now taken away by Hayden Gay. Sends it up trying to find Drake. And the ball is controlled by the Danusi. He gets it up over to Bingo. Bingo in a Chazy territory, far sideline. Going from right to left. It goes off the sideline, so throw in for Chazy.
I'm noticing one thing here, too. Beekmantown's starting to control the play, Joey.
Yeah, they are.
They're getting comfortable now, and Chazy's going to have to be more disruptive of that. Beekmantown's starting to put several passes together and moving the ball down incrementally down towards Chazy end.
Danusi, nice punt outside the 18 of Chazy. The ball is headed to the far sideline, and it is Hicks just kicks a booming kick high in the air, and who wants this one? It goes off the head of Pummel, and it is on Skylar Dominy's foot. He sends it all the way back to the defense, all the way back to Plumador, who's in the 18 of his end zone here, or his end. He sends it out of bounds, and so it didn't work out well for Beekmantown. Chazy's going to get a throw in.
I don't know why he did that, but he had his reasons, I'm sure.
Well, here's the throw in by O'Connor.
Nice throw.
Well, it's now in the box, and it is cleared out by number 21, Plumador. Just booted it out of there. So it'll be a throw in deep into Beekmantown territory, far sideline. They're going from left to right, pretty close to the end
Right
line.
near the flag. Yeah, it's going to be right near the flag. So
Yeah, it's way down there.
what I noticed is Beekmantown's Coach Lucy, he's able to substitute freely, and Coach McCullough has not been able to put anybody in yet to sub.
Well, the ball is thrown in. It's headed back out. Stepping up is Lapierre. Good job by Lapierre. Lapierre trying to work his way down, send it across the line, and it goes into the hands of Leclerc. So Leclerc will work his way to the 18. We have four players ready to check in here for Beekmantown. We have Munson, Cropper, Price, as well as Colton Rack ready to go into the game. And it is Drake has it knocked away by Sullivan to midfield.
Get Pummel through it!
And it is Rogers has it knocked away by Pummel. Rogers and Pummel trying to shield the ball.
Good job by Rogers. It's a handball.
Going off his hand. It was. Good call with Steve Reagan right there.
That was part of his body, though.
Let's go, Twitch.
And here comes Sullivan taking this free kick here.
Good. Hey, find Ben, find Ben.
Good spot.
Sullivan chips it into the box, headed by Brothers. And Brothers doing a good job tonight in the air with the balls.
All Chazy is so far.
Ben, coming!
Yeah, it is Dominy. Dominy has it taken away by Hayden Gay, and they say a foul on Hayden Gay.
Yeah, he chopped him.
So we have 18-14. If you're just joining us, it's Chazy 1, Beekmantown 0 here in the championship game of the Frankie Garrow Memorial Tournament.
Here's a good chance for Beekmantown. It's a good spot in these restarts.
Here's Danusi. Nice chip into the box.
It's trouble.
And it's headed by Barrier. And trying to get cleared out. Stepping up is Dominy. And he sends it wide, but that was dangerous.
Now, 95% of the time, that's what happens with those shots when they're running on them. They kick them wide or kick them high. We saw it yesterday where there's a game there, nice low shot, and it was a good deflection. We're at the 17:35 mark, and Chazy is still leading 1-0. And yeah, finally Coach McCullough is putting in a couple subs. Tommy Tebow and Gage Ducat.
And you tagged him the, what's your nickname?
Wonder Boy.
You gave him the Wonder
Let's
Boy.
see,
So.
he came in 30 seconds in his varsity career, and he picked up a nice assist yesterday at Gage Ducat.
Well, he's into the game right now. Ball's at midfield, picked up by Hayden Gay. He pushes it back to Brothers, but it's won by Fredericks. Fredericks now, Brothers comes back. Brothers call for a push from behind.
Yeah, they're gonna
So another restart here for the Beekmantown Eagles.
That's about 3 or 4 here in a row for Beekmantown, and they have some Plumadors. Is Plumadors taking there?
Yeah, it looks like Plumador taking the kick here.
He's got a nice kick, so they're gonna have to defend.
And there's a nice chip in, and it's headed out, and running hard to the ball was Pummel. And he sends it to the far sideline, and it looks like
Wide open here.
Constanti's working his way down, sends it out onto the foot of Fredericks. Fredericks gets the shot off, and coming up is Grabel, but it deflected off of looked like O'Connor.
I tell you, Beekmantown's putting some pressure on
Yeah, they're putting
Chazy,
some nice
Joey.
pressure on.
Really have the last 5 or 7 minutes or so. Beekmantown's been keeping it down in the Chazy end.
Yeah, Chazy, I don't think can sit here and rest on a 1-goal lead, that's
no.
for sure. They're playing too good of a team, and the Eagles from Beekmantown. Ball into Chazy defensive end.
See, that's a mistake you're not going to make at the end of the season.
Well, the ball is controlled by Morak, and he has it knocked away, and here comes Gage Duquette. He's working his way down. He's being guarded by Pummel. Stepping up is Brothers. Brothers pushes it back up over to Rogers. Rogers sends it up over to Lapierre. Lapierre with the ball, chips it up over to Brothers. He tries to one-time it over to Barrier, off the head of Lapierre, and Lapierre comes back up again. It's Lapierre. And
that's a handball.
Oh, a push first, but I thought it was a handball on
It
Lapierre.
was a handball, and now it's
But
a push.
he was pushed.
Yeah, he was pushed.
So 15:36 to go here in the first half. Chazy
Calling
ahead
a
1-0.
little tighter game now, Joey.
Yeah.
It's kind of good to see. You don't see anybody get hurt.
Well, we have Dorn. He sends it up into the open space, and it's knocked up to midfield. And battling for the ball is Rogers as well as Pummel. He gets it up over to Morak, but it's Lapierre sending it back into Beekmantown territory, but controlled by Proper.
Good job by Drake.
Proper has it knocked away by Drake, trying to get it back over to Gay. Gay trying to go back to Drake, but it's controlled by Wyman. He sends it down midfield, but it's picked up by Brothers. Brothers with the ball has it knocked away. A good play by Fredericks. Now he gets it up over to Price. Price does a sliding tackle in front of Lapierre, but coming over to help out is Barrier. Barrier and Price goes now run by Barrier over to Brothers. Brothers goes to Gage. Gage Duquette with the ball, chips it up, trying to find Drake. And it goes off of the body of Plumador. And coming off the line was
Beekmantown got away with one.
good thing, because Hayden Gay was coming in strong.
Yeah, Beekmantown got away with one right there, so neither team can afford to make any mistakes.
Oh, there's a nice punt. It's controlled by Munson. He gets it up over to Fredericks. He chips it up, and O'Connor just heads the ball over to Tyler Hicks. Hicks crosses midfield into Beekmantown territory. He's got some space. He now goes to Hayden Gay. Gay sends it up, trying to find Drake, and it's just kicked up into the air, headed by Barrier. He gets it back up over to Drake. Drake trying to control it, but it's knocked away by Proper. But it is Brothers with the ball. Brothers rips a shot.
Oh, yeah.
And it goes
Just
right
too
into
far
the
away.
hands of Sullivan. But he was about 25 yards out, but he just loaded up.
25. He was
Maybe
all
30.
that. He was all that. Maybe if he picked the corner, he might have had a chance.
Yeah, maybe. And it's controlled by Barrier on the kick by Sullivan. And Hayden Gay sends it to the middle of the field to the 18. Barrier's there. He's being guarded by Fredericks. He goes to the open space over to Gage Duquette. Duquette trying to make the turn here. This Duquette has a couple Eagles on him. Beekmantown Eagles, that is. He sends it all the way back. Stepping up at midfield is Dorn. This Dorn at midfield. He's got a lot of time. He can survey the situation. And he sends it up, trying to find Duquette or Drake, but nice play by Price, knocking it up, and it is kept in. Nice job by Pummel. Pummel gives it up over to Price. Coming over to help out is Brothers. He has it knocked away, and it's now picked up by Rogers to midfield. Gets it to Drake. Drake trying to find Gay, but it's controlled by Proper. Proper with the ball. He's working his way to midfield, and it's still at midfield, but it's controlled by Munson. Munson now goes into Chazy territory, stepped up by Brothers.
Here we go.
He gets it out to Drake. He's got Duquette to his right side. He sends it to Duquette. Duquette coming over. He takes it off the defense, and that should be a corner if it goes off.
Yes, it will.
And it does. A nice
work.
play by Duquette, taking it off of Wyan.
Good pass, though. Really nice pass to Duquette.
So we have a corner kick here.
Let's take Gage. Let's take Gage now. Stop, sir! Let's take Gage now.
And Gage Duquette is coming out, and we have Rabidou taking his spot for Gage. We've got Dominique checking into the game, as well as Waterbury and Sullivan. And it will be Hayden Gay taking the corner
It
kick.
looks like Beekmantown has a deep bench. There's not a lot of fall off.
No, they're all talented.
I see it. So
Gay, nice feed right out the box, but it's headed out by Sullivan, who just checked into the game. Pulling back hard is O'Connor, but so isn't Proper. Proper trying to get by O'Connor, and he gets to Constanti, but it goes out of bounds, so throw in for Chazy. Duquette back into the game, and now he's taken out Hayden Gay.
Putting Duquette right up front.
So Duquette's going up front, and Duquette has done some nice things when he gets out there for the green and white here. Throw-in comes in to Brothers. Brothers lets it go by him. Nice play by Brothers. He's being challenged by Price. And
Yeah, they're going to call Price on that.
yep, Price called for a foul.
Yeah, they're going to start calling it now. That's good.
Sir, where is it?
And
gonna back
Jamie
it up.
Labarge is bringing it back a bit here.
Hey,
About
let's
30
go in
feet
there.
or so.
So we have 11:16 to go.
There.
It's a free kick here, and
There,
we are probably about 30 yards out.
Chazy started to put pressure on Beekmantown for the last
Yeah, it's
few
kind of going
minutes.
back and forth here. The shots on net favor Chazy 6-4, so it's been a very entertaining game, back and forth.
Ask for 10.
And Doran's going to ask for 10.
And take some time off
Look
the
here,
clock.
it's a long way to
Takes some time
come.
off the clock.
Look
Labarge
here.
says that's 10. Go ahead and kick it. So he's not going to mark it off. He's pleased with
That's
it.
where Chazy scored earlier.
Doran chips it up, and nice job defensively by Price to head it out.
Cleared it
And
out.
it goes right onto the foot of Constanti. To Dominic, now to Constanti. And Constanti is like a counterattack here. He's going down hard, and it is O'Connor does a nice job to contain him. He knocks it off. Now it's a corner kick for Beekmantown.
Here we go.
Hold it.
And Bacon, and you can see what Ryan Lucy's trying to do. He's just moving players in and out, trying to tire out the Chazy kids here.
Well, it probably will have more effect the last 10 minutes of the game. We'll see. You know, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what Chazy can do the last half.
And
They've done pretty good so far.
Beekmantown shows a short corner kick, but they take the traditional kick. And it's right, and it goes over the head of Lapeer. Rabidou is there. And it's Rabidou trying to turn the corner. He just
Nice
sent it
ball.
right up. Gage Duquette at midfield. He's got a couple Eagles, Beekmantown Eagles, but coming on hard is number 20, Sullivan. He comes up to Rabidou. Rabidou comes up into the offensive zone. It's Rabidou trying to get by both defenders here. He's trying to get by Beacon, and it's cleared up to the open space. Stepping up is Barrier, but it's kicked quickly by Price. Goes off of Doran's foot. And Waterbury into the open space, and Ravel will come off his line. He gets it at the 18.
Yeah,
But the defense was up for Chazy, and it could have been dangerous.
They almost got caught right there because Beekmantown does have some kids that can fly.
Well, Gravel, nice punt, goes into Beekmantown territory, but it is Dominique. He sends it up over to Waterbury, who is in Chazy territory. It goes off Lapeer, so it'll be a throw-in for Beekmantown. They're going from right to left. They're about 15 yards in, far sideline with a throw-in, and it looks like Munson taking the throw-in here for Beekmantown. It goes off the body of Constanti. Lapeer kicks it up high in the air. Going back is Munson. Munson traps it, gets it up over to Dominique, back over to Munson. Munson again controlling. He'll chip it up, trying to find Price. He does. Price with the ball. There's a shot, and coming off is Gravel, and Gravel will work his way to the 18.
Come on, we're 8 minutes. Come on. Finish out the half, boys.
This is going to be interesting right here. Last few minutes of this half.
Gravel, nice punt. It hits the ground, and that
Corner.
Hicks, or that was Drake trying to get to the ball. It goes over to Barrier. Barrier with the ball, chipping it up into the 18, and it's cleared out by the defense. Goes on the foot of Dominic. He takes a shot, deflects off of Brothers, and then now it deflects off of Drake off the end line. So we have a goal kick here going here for Beekmantown with 8:10 to go, and we have Hayden Day checking back in, as well as Tyler Hicks. And it was Tommy Tebow on the far end doing some good stuff.
They did pretty good over there on that far side. Gage Duquette. Good hard minutes.
And here comes the goal kick. It's a short goal kick, but it goes onto the foot of Waterbury. Waterbury sending it through, trying to find Munson. Munson with the ball goes to the open space, and stepping up there is Constanti. Constanti with the ball, far side. And defensively, Chazy is back there trying to contain. Waterbury sends it back. Munson with the ball. He'll serve it in for the 18. Headed out by Lapeer. Headed off the head of
Nice
Brothers. Checked back, or a shot back toward the 18. Goes off the head of Barrier. Rabidou just kicks it out of bounds, about halfway out of bounds here in their territory. That quickly comes into the foot of number 14, Beacon. And Bacon. Bacon has it knocked out. It's Bacon again with the throw, and he gets it over the head of Price, and stepping up over is Doran. Doran trying to shield, and Doran shields it out, and it'll be a goal kick here for Chazy. 6 minutes and 57 seconds, Joe.
Well, we'll see if Chazy can hang on to this lead, maybe pad it. Who knows? Beekmantown is definitely, they're threatening here a few times. They're just starting to get comfortable. You can see it.
And there's a nice kick, and it goes off the head of Barrier. He sends it up over to Rabideau. Rabideau sends it up, controlled by Brothers. Brothers with the ball, finds Drake. Drake tries to go back over to Hayden Gay, and it's picked up toward the center line by Danusi. Danusi gets it up over to Price. Price has it taken away by Barrier. Barrier now chips it up, trying to find Drake. Drake goes at it hard as well as Sullivan. It's on the near sideline. It goes out just before us, and it's out of bounds. So we have a throw in here for Beekmantown. Right here at midfield, just down below us with 6:09 to go. It's 1-0 Chazy, leading this game here of the Frankie Garrow Memorial. And it is Rogers who's getting it out of bounds, so Beekmantown moving the ball, and quickly it's Price. Price gets it in, and he gets it onto the foot of Waterbury back to Price, and it now switches fields all the way over to Munson. Munson with the ball, but being guarded by Hicks. Munson and Hicks. Munson doing a good job keeping Hicks outside the 18. The ball flecks off Hayden Gay, and it goes onto the foot of Bacon. Bacon goes to the near sideline over Price. Price working his way around Rabideau. And Rabideau trying to keep it in. He can't. So we have a corner kick here for Beekmantown.
Tell you what,
5:33 to go.
it's been Beekmantown here, Joey, for the last several minutes of this half, so they got a great chance to score.
And
Corner kick.
they're setting up here for the corner kick. They've sent Munson all the way across field to take this corner kick here for Beekmantown.
They're not even bothering to show the short corner this time.
It's going to be a traditional corner kick here. And Munson's waiting for everybody to settle in here. And there's a beautiful
Nice
kick.
one.
And it goes through everybody, but stepping up is Dominique. Dominique gets a shot off. It goes off of Lapeer. And Dominique sends it back into the box, but good job by Barrier, the header, from back playing defense from the midfield. The ball's working its way to midfield. They send it back to the defense, and they get it back to the foot of Munson into Chazy territory, far sideline. It is Munson. Munson send up trying to find Dominique. Dominique and O'Connor running down toward the ball. Dominique gets there first. It's Dominique and O'Connor. O'Connor trying just to contain her. And the ball sent back out by O'Connor. He gets it on the foot of Gay. Gay trying to get Drake, but a good job defensively by Proper. But Drake is just right there. He knocks it away. And it's Drake. It's the Drake show right now. He has 4 defenders in front of him. And some of the Chazy players get there as Gay. Gay gets the ball from Drake. He tries to go back to Barrier, and it's knocked away, and it's hit by Proper to center or midfield off the head of Rogers, and he is pushed by Price.
Mr. Price likes to push. There is no doubt about it. He's been pushing his whole
Actually, it
game.
was Waterbury on that one.
Waterbury, no, that was Price, number 10.
It was Price?
Yeah, it was. He's been pushing the whole game. Left and right, and he and Barry were going at it earlier. Now you just, they're finally pulling the whistles out of their pockets. So
we have 3:48 to go, and Chazy has a free kick here at midfield, and it is Dorn. He chips it up. It's just outside the 18. It lands inside the 18, and there's a cluster of players there, and it's bouncing around, and it's cleared out by Beekmantown. But stepping up is O'Connor. He chips it back toward the 18. It lands, and there's Drake. Drake is in the box. Drake trying to get through the defense, but a good job by Danusi knocking it out, getting on the foot of Price. Price sends it right up over to the feet of Constanti. Constanti with the ball, sends it off to the far side to Munson. Munson trying to get it up to Waterbury. He does. Waterbury in Chazy territory now sends it up to the 18. Good job by Rogers. He chips it back toward midfield, but stepping up is Proper with the head ball into the open space near the sideline. Over there is Bacon for Beekmantown. He sends it right up. It is Dorn. Dorn is there for Chazy in the sweeper position. And he sends it up to the near sideline over to Rabideau. Rabideau has space. He's working his way to the midfield. It's Rabideau does a nice scissor kick. He gets it by Bacon. It's Rabideau. He sends it up over to
good ball.
Drake. Drake trying to control it, but a good job by Proper to knock it away onto the foot of Waterbury. Waterbury and Lapeer. It's Lapeer and Waterbury. Waterbury chips it up over to trying to find Sky Domini, but it's knocked away, and now it's controlled by Proper. Proper gets it up over to Danusi. Danusi over to Price. Into the open space. Rabideau comes back, sends it back to Dorn in the sweeper position, goes up over to Barrier. Barrier now, we tried to find Brothers, but it goes on to the foot of number 10 Price. Over to Dominic. Dominic with the ball. He's looking to switch fields. He does. He goes all the way over to Munson. Munson chips it up, gets it onto the foot of Waterbury. So Beekmantown doing a good job moving the ball. He runs it back to the defensive end to Sullivan. We're at the 2-minute mark here. in the first half, and it's kicked out of bounds. So throw in here for Chazy, and Tommy Tebow ready to check in here for the Eagles. And he'll go far sideline. He'll take Gay off. And of course, coach is trying to kill some time here, get through this first half with a 1-0 lead. Chazy has outshot Beekmantown 6-5, but trail in the corner kick category 3-1. And the play is now coming in. Here goes the throw in by O'Connor. It goes off the head of Tebow, and it goes out of bounds. So we have throw in for Beekmantown with 1:27 to go. Ball coming in toward Price, but it's picked up by Dominic. He sends it to the 18. Lapierre just sends it forward. Good play by Lapierre. Gets it on the foot of Drake. Drake gets it to Tebow. Tebow battling for the ball. Nice play by Cropper to get the midfield over to Dominic. Dominic with the ball, trying to get it over to Waterbury, but knocked away by Tebow. It's to the near sideline. It goes to the foot of Danucci. Danucci trying to go up over to Bacon. It goes off of Rabbit. And we have a throw in. It's Bacon. He goes into the open space, and it is Price.
Price is dangerous.
The defense. He's looking to get a shot off, coming over to help out. And it is Rogers, and it goes across, and oh, what an opportunity. Waterbury heads it over the net. Great opportunity for Beekmantown with 40 seconds.
Good hustle on Price. I mean, they're going to have to watch him. He burns everybody when he gets the ball sometimes, and, you know, that was a great chance for Beekmantown. They could have tied this game up.
It was a wonderful opportunity for him.
That was one of their better opportunities they've had this game.
Well, Dorn's taking his time now with 20 seconds on the clock. And he sends it forward here, and Rabbit's here for Chazy. And it goes out of bounds, so 15 seconds to go. And the ball comes in, goes off the head of Price. And it is Rogers knocks it out of bounds. It's all down 6-5. And the first half will come to an end here. A very exciting first half. You are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country, Hometown Radio WIRY, 1340, or wiry.com. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Field, and we're getting ready to start the second half. Chazy is now going from right to left. Beekmantown from left to right. Beekmantown has their red uniforms on. Chazy has their all-white uniforms on.
And there's been a change. We have Trent Blaze going in between the posts for the Chazy Eagles, so he's going to get his second half of playing time in, see if they keep the shutout going.
And Chazy will start the second half here. We are just seconds away, and it's Labarge checking with everybody, as well as Reagan, and the game is started, and it is controlled by Brothers up over the barrier. It's at midfield, and there is Price. Price with the ball, sends it up, and it is O'Connor. He chips it up, goes off the head of Domini. And it is Constanti and Barrier fighting for the ball. It's at midfield, and it's controlled by Proper. Proper goes to the far side over to Fredericks. He pushes it all the way back over to Sullivan. Sullivan with the ball comes all the way back over to Proper, and he switches fields, comes to the near side, gets it up over to Danucci.
Great job by Drake, though.
Drake trying to keep it in. He does. He pushes it back, and it is Hicks. Hicks with the ball, sends it up over to Brothers, but a good job by Waterbury. He takes control of it, sends it back up to Proper. They're trying to find Price. Price one times it, switching fields. Back there is the who's on the far side? Hayden Gay. Hayden Gay gets it up over to Lapierre. Lapierre goes back to Hayden Gay. He sends it up to the far sideline, and he's trying to. It's picked up by Dominic. Dominic pushes it all the way back, and it goes on to the foot of Sullivan. Sullivan sends it back to the sweeper.
Plumidor.
The sweeper is Plumidor. Plumidor with the ball. Has some space, sends it up, gets it onto the foot of Waterbury. Waterbury one times it over to Price. Price now stepping up, and it's knocked away from Lapierre or O'Connor, and it goes into the hands of Trent Blaze. So he'll work his way up to the 18, taking his time, letting his team settle in. And good play by Trent Blaze, and he has a nice booming kick. It goes right at midfield over the head of Barrier, but headed by Hayden Gay onto the foot of Drake. And it's Derek Drake with the ball, being challenged by Proper. And it's Drake with the ball, working his way to the 18. Drake trying to do something with it, but stepping up is Plumidor. Plumidor looking to clear it out. He does. He knocks it off of Hayden Gay, so it'll be a throw-in for Beekmantown. They're going from left to right, far sideline, about halfway into their own territory. Ball works its way up to the end line, and it goes off of a Chazy player, and quickly Beekmantown throws the ball into the open space. Going back there is Dorn. He chips it up to the open space over to Brothers. Brothers switches fields, trying to find Tyler Hicks. He does. Hicks is in Beekmantown territory. He's sending it through trying to find Drake, but it's controlled by Beekmantown proper. He sends it all the way back over to Plumador. Plumador switches fields. He gets it onto Sullivan's foot. Sullivan sends it up to midfield, and there is Waterbury. Waterbury passes the ball. He's in the Chazy territory. Coming over is Barrier to help out. He chips it up. He gets it onto the foot of Constanti. Constanti working his way down to the end line. He is being challenged by the defense of Chazy. Ball's pushed back into the foot of Fredericks. And here comes Domney with the ball, but it's cleared out by. Who is that, Joe? Is that Rabideau?
Doesn't matter. They got to throw.
And it's a quick throw in. And Beekmantown moving the ball very well right now. Chazy back on their heels. It's cleared out. It will go out of bounds. So another throw in here for Beekmantown. And Beekmantown has come out on all cylinders here in the second half. And it is Lapierre trying to clear it. That will work its way to the end line or sideline. It goes out of bounds. So even with the 18-yard line, far sideline is a throw in here for Beekmantown.
Let's go, White, come
At the
on!
36-39 mark here early in the second half, Chazy hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Ball cleared to midfield, but there's nothing but Eagles, and that's the Beekmantown Eagles. And the ball is chipped up, and it goes off of Drake. Drake trying to get to the ball. It's headed by Hayden Gay over to Drake. It's knocked away by Sullivan, but it's picked up by Proper. Proper now sends it up over to Domney. Domney, far sideline, sends it up. And it is Dorn. Dorn knocks it away, but over there on the far side is Constanti. He goes out of bounds. He'll take the throw, and he gets him quickly over to Domney. Battle on the far sideline. And it is Rabideau trying to get to the ball over to Hayden Gay. And it is controlled by Beekmantown, but coming over is Drake. Drake pickpockets Price. It is Drake. Drake moving down the field. He's pushed off the ball by Price.
Trey, you're going to have to card him here. I mean, you're going to have to throw some color because Price gets a little frustration and he just loses it. Yeah, he's gonna have to get his head screwed on straight or something because refs are gonna get his number.
Well, we have 35-34 to go here. We're early into the second half. Dorn is letting the players set up, and Coach McAuliffe is offering some instructions to it here. And Dorn's ready to go.
Good spot.
He sends it in. It goes off the head of Brothers. And it's headed over the, I think by Lapierre, headed over the net. And so it'll be a goal kick for Beekmantown.
I think that's one of the first times Chazy's had the ball in Beekmantown's half this half, Joey.
It is.
Yeah, so Beekmantown was playing very well.
Come on, White, come on!
You have nothing to show for it. We're at just 5 minutes into this half, and Chazy finally get a little something going.
Sullivan chips it up. It goes off the head
That's
of
okay, brother, that's all right.
Brothers at midfield. It goes out of bounds here on the near sideline, about 10 yards short of midfield, just down below us. And it is Ganussi with the throw-in. Goes over the head of O'Connor, but coming up is Dorn. He gets it up over to Barrier. Barrier sending it up toward Hayden Gay, but over there is Fredericks. He sends it up over to Domney. Domney gets it up over to Constanti, but it's knocked away by Lapierre and sent up by O'Connor into Beekmantown territory, and it's now controlled by the Eagles of Beekmantown. It is Plumador. He sends it to the far sideline, and he's trying to get Price. Price trying to keep it in, does
Nice
a good
play by
job.
Price.
He keeps it in, it goes onto the foot of Constanti. Constanti is a fast player. He's coming down hard, but good defensively by Rogers. And it is, nice play by Barrier trying to get Waterbury. Waterbury trying to get a shot off, and it deflects off the Chazy defense. But some quick players from Beekmantown.
Great transition from Beekmantown moving up. I mean, Price had a good chance. Just Beekmantown's looking really good this second half so far. Looking very comfortable.
They're coming out with a team that knows they're down 1-0.
You can see them getting comfortable though, and that's doesn't bode good things for Chazy.
Well, it looks like Munson is taking the kick here for Beekmantown down in the far corner, and he does a nice feed and nice job by Barrier heading the ball, and it's now knocked out by Hayden Gay, and it's headed by Proper back toward the goalie, and it is Mr. Blaze with the ball. No danger. It just went right to him.
Yeah, this guy Chazy did a great job defending on that corner kick. That's what you have to do.
And there's the kick by Blaze. It bounces into Beekmantown territory, but quickly Proper heads it back into Chazy territory. And you have Rogers and Constanti fighting for the ball, and the ball is pushed back from Hayden Gay to Dorn. Dorn sends it up, but it's controlled by number 13, Fredericks. He gives it up to Domney. He tries to find Price, but it's taken away by Hicks. And
Yeah.
Price and Lapierre fighting for the ball, and Dominy will try to get a shot off it. It flicks
job
off
by
of
Brothers.
Brothers, and it goes on the foot of Hayden Gay. Nice play by Proper. He controls it. He gets it up over to Munson. Munson now goes to the open space. He gets to Waterbury's foot. He chips it to the center of the field, and Brothers chips it up toward midfield, and it goes on to the foot of Drake. Drake now in Beekmantown territory. He has
Drake
two defenders
versus
in
three.
front of him. It's Drake versus three, but Hayden Gay comes up to the near sideline, and it is Drake doing a nice job. Drake does a nice move getting by one player, trying to get by a second player, and coming over to help out with Frederick.
He finally got some help.
Yeah. And it is O'Connor here on the near sideline. He's being guarded by Waterbury, and it's knocked out of bounds. So we have a throw in here for Beekmantown, and it looks like Ryan Munson will take the throw in here for the Eagles of Beekmantown. Throw-in comes in. It goes off of Price's foot, out of bounds. So throw-in for Chazy near sideline. They're going from right to left, about halfway in their territory, and it will be Mr. O'Connor, Keegan O'Connor, with the throw-in. He sends it all the way up to Drake. Drake controls. He sends it to the open space, but nobody's there. It's just picked up by Sullivan, and he sends it back into Chazy territory. Lapierre has it up over to Barrier. Barrier at midfield goes to the open space, trying to find Brothers, but too far ahead of him. And it is Barrier, pushes it back, sends it up over to O'Connor. O'Connor gives it over to Dorn. Dorn back over to O'Connor. O'Connor has Hicks here in front of him, but he gets it over to Barrier. Barrier does a nice job.
Great job by Barrier.
Slides down, gets it over to Hicks. Good hustle by Barrier. Hicks has number 7 Munson coming in from behind, does a nice job pickpocketing him, and gets it over to Proper. He sends it up over to midfield. It goes into Chazy territory on the foot of Dominy. Or
Dominy dangerous.
It's Constanti. He has good speed. Good play by Lapierre, and they're battling. It's Lapierre and Constanti. And Lapierre sends it up, and it goes right over to Drake. Drake with the ball lets it go through, but it goes on the foot of Danusi. Danusi trying to get up, and it is Drake and Dominy both going at it hard, and it's a push on Drake.
Two smallest guys on the field going at it, but
They went at it hard.
they both have big hearts. Dominy's playing very well for Beekmantown too.
Yes, he
He's
is.
had a great game so far.
So we're approaching the 30-minute mark, Joe. We're still 1-0 Chazy. If you're just joining us, I'm Joey Trombley, along with Joe Puissant, bringing you this championship game here at the George Brendler Stadium here in Chazy.
I'll tell you what, for this first 10 minutes of this half, Beekmantown has looked a lot better than Chazy.
The ball is at the 18, controlled by Gabe. Coming up is Munson. Munson pushes it back over to Proper. Proper on the near sideline. He feeds it in.
Good ball.
Coming off the line is Blaze. Blaze punches it. Nice play, because coming on hard was Price.
You got away with that.
Well, nice play by Trent Blaze. He knew what he had to do, and he punted it out with his hand, or popped it out with his hand. And now it's another high ball at the, and there's a header by Munson. It goes off the end line. But Beekmantown is putting some good pressure on.
They've been doing it since the beginning of this half. I mean, it's Chazy had the one chance down here. They had a restart, and that's all they've had. Chazy has not been able to put together 3 or 4 passes in a row, I don't believe, in this half. You know, I don't think so. I don't see, unless it's back passing. I mean, they haven't been able to have any forward movement with the ball. You know, Beekmantown's going to let them have the lateral in the back. They can't really stop that, but Chazy has done very little as far as forward movement.
Well, Bingo, Bacon, and Pummel have checked into the game. There's a goal kicked by Trent Blaze. It is controlled by Hayden Gay. He sends it back all the way to Dorn. Dorn kicks it back up over to the far side, over to
Rogers.
Rogers trying to find Gay, and it's now controlled by Beekmantown. And it's pushed over to Price, over to Waterbury. Waterbury has it knocked off by Brothers, goes on the foot of Barrier. He tries to go to the open space, and you have Barrier and Waterbury battling for the ball. It's Brothers now stepping over, and it's kicked over to O'Connor. He sends it up over to Drake. Drake pushes it back over to Brothers. Brothers quickly sends it into the open space, going hard is Tyler Hicks, and they will just let it go out of bounds. So they throw in, and it will be Danusi with the throw in quickly, and it goes to midfield, controlled by Brothers. Brothers trying to get up over to Hayden Gay, gets by his foot, goes over to the foot of Sullivan. Sullivan switches sides, and it's going to the open space, and stepping up over there is Danusi. He sends it up over to the foot of, it looks like Pummel. Pummel, who just checked into the game, far side, and being guarded by Rogers. Pummel and Rogers, far side, right near the end line. Won by Rogers. It's now cleared up. Stepping up is the
Right to him, though.
Beekmantown Eagles, and there's a hard shot, and it goes wide of the net. So the shots favor Beekmantown 9-7.
They've had all the shots this half.
10-7 now.
Like they're the only ones with shots on the board this half. Chazy's not been able to do anything so far offensively. They've been dodging bullets left and right. You keep playing that rope-a-dope with the likes of Waterbury and Price out there, and eventually they're going to make you pay for it.
Well, it is a goal kick by Dorn off the head of Barrier. And it is Hayden Gay trying to get it over to Drake, but quickly Proper sends it back into Chazy territory. Brothers with the ball. Brothers pushing it far sideline over to Rabidou. Rabidou gets it up over to Barrier. Josh Barrier pushes it up over to Hayden Gay. Gay over to Drake. Back to Barrier. Barrier looking to split the defense. Barrier into the box. This Barrier coming through hard. Sends it across, and Sullivan was right there. And
Best movement.
Tyler Hicks on the outside.
The best movement they had this whole half so far.
Ball headed up toward midfield, controlled by Waterbury. He one-times it, but it goes off of Rogers. He sends it up over to Lapierre. Lapierre goes to the near side over to O'Connor. O'Connor chips it up, trying to find Hicks, but it goes onto the foot of Bingo. But Hicks takes it away from Bingo, and he sends it to the center field, but it goes on the foot of Dominic. Dominic gets it up over to Waterbury. Waterbury working his way toward the 18, open space, and wide open is Pummel. And it goes off the foot of Lapierre. So we have a corner kick, and it'll be the 5th opportunity here for Beekmantown in corner kicks in this game.
Beekmantown's looking good this half. I'm telling you, they are looking good. Chazy, a lot of times you can see the youth, just here, for example, Hicks railing a ball instead of just playing a simple, nice little short pass. Keep possession.
Into a short kick. It is 1-0 Chazy. If you're joining us, it was early in the first half. They scored. And there's a traditional kick just outside the box off the head of Brothers, and Brothers has done a good job in the air here tonight, as well as Barrier. And it is Drake. He's running hard out there for Chazy. He's controlling, but a good job by Domi. Domi comes back and wins the ball, comes from behind, takes it, and it's cleared out by Dorn. And wisely going to the sideline, but it's kept in by Beekmantown. And it is Pummel. He sends it to the corner. And there's a cross, and it's cleared out by Lapierre. But it goes to, and there's a shot.
Trouble.
And
oh my!
Crossbar.
Hit the inside. Wow. Underneath the crossbar.
Wow, that was dangerous.
Blaze was, I don't know what he was doing, but boy, oh boy.
That was a bullet.
A good shot. And Blaze, I don't know. I think he got a hand on it somehow.
Yeah.
He just hit it.
And it just hit the crossbar.
And then luckily, normally 95% of the time that bounces in and it bounced back out.
Yeah. Well, the Chazy Eagles dodged.
Tell you what, Beekmantown's looking. They're putting all kinds of pressure on Chazy right now.
Well, Beekmantown is playing like they're trailing 1-0, and Chazy's looking like trying to protect the lead, is what it looks like. And it is Barrier. Barrier pushes it up over to Brothers.
See, this is when they look good.
And now they get it up over to Hayden Gay. Yeah. Now they're playing their possession game. Now back over into Beekmantown territory. This Brothers, he has space. He goes to the open space, trying to get onto the far sideline as he was trying to get Rabidou. And the ball is cleared up. And defensively, it's picked up by Pummel. Pummel takes it away from the defense. He's working his way down. And it's still Pummel. No call. And right out to Waterbury trying to get
what a great save by Barrier.
Wow, Barrier.
Oh my, I don't know how Barrier did that, man. He come around, it was like a superhuman move in the air.
Waterbury was ready to let it rip.
He got ball too, and that was what a great play by Barrier, because Waterbury was ready to fire one point.
He was in the 18, that's for sure.
Barrier saved the day on that one. That's a couple bullets Chazy's dodged here in the last about 45 seconds. And we're going to see how many lives they have, this young Eagle team.
Well, a nice punt by, goal kick by Dorn. Goes off the head of Barrier. It's in Chazy territory. Engaged Duquette far side into the game. Trying to control. It is knocked away into the open space. Going over there is Price. He'll take the throw in as it went out of bounds, and quickly he throws it in. And you have Pummel on the far sideline working his way down. There's Waterbury in the center. Back defense.
Good job by
some Chazy players, so they're looking okay. Ball's knocked out of bounds, so we have a throw-in and substitutions. Tommy Tebow checking in here for Chazy, as well as Kyle Constanti and Ben Frederick checking in for Beekmantown.
Derek Drake taking a well-deserved rest. He's put on a lot of miles here this evening. And Coach McCullough is going to need him here about the last 15 minutes or so.
Well, we're down at 23 minutes, and the ball is in play in Chazy territory, deep in Chazy territory, controlled by the Beekmantown Eagles. And it is Gay disrupting the play, trying to set it up toward midfield. But every time he goes toward midfield, there's nothing but red. But now Barrier intercepts the ball. He's working his way to the 18. He's trying to get by Proffer. He does. And he gets by another defensive player, Barrier. And Barrier loses the ball. He had a gain of about 3 going over to get the ball. And Barrier goes down. And the call was on Barrier. It went out of bounds. It looks like, no, it was a push on Barrier. Yeah, it was. So it's a free kick here. Far sideline. Right at midfield. Kicked into Chazy territory. Brothers is there. Brothers will control. He now chips it up over to Tebow. Tebow with the ball pushes it to the open space, trying to get Rabideau, and it's controlled by Danusi. Danusi and Rabideau battling for the ball. It goes off for Beekmantown.
Good hustle for
Rabideau. Getting up over to Brothers. Brothers pushing it up over to Tebow.
Oh, we got a 2-on-1 here.
Here's Tebow looking to get a shot off. Tebow pushing it over to Gage Duquette. Duquette into the box. Duquette battling. Duquette trying to get a shot off. Duquette gets a shot off.
Yeah! Wow, Wonder Boy!
The Wonder Boy! Gage Duquette! It was
Amazing.
all Gage
I'll
Duquette.
tell you what, it was all Beekmantown until it was all Gage Duquette. That was some good play. You know, that started down here with Rabideau, though. Rabideau with some good hustle down here, keeping some things going, and Chazy he pulled one out. I don't know. That was the only time they've really had a good chance this second half. And Wonder Boy Gage Duquette gets a big goal to go up 2-0.
Well, what a start of a varsity career for this young man.
Not a bad way to go. No, he just turned around and cracked it, and that went. Leclerc couldn't do anything about that.
No.
There wasn't anything. He was on the far side of that box.
And if you're Ryan Lucy, your team has done everything right to start the second half. You've controlled basically everything.
Everything.
And then Chazy comes down and scores.
Well.
So, but that's soccer, I guess. And so the ball, we're back in play. It's in Chazy territory, and there's definitely urgency in Beekmantown right now. Bingo with the ball, getting by O'Connor, and Bingo trying to cut this lead in half here. And Chazy, it's cleared out by Barrier. He sends it to the far sideline. And it is. And Tommy Tebow gets the assist.
Good job.
And Tebow's on the far sideline. And it is Dominic. He chips it up. And going back for Chazy is Rogers. Rogers chips it up, but it goes on to the head of Proper. Proper and Barrier battling for the ball. Proper with the ball being guarded by Barrier. He sends it up to the 18. It's kicked back toward midfield, controlled by Hayden Gay. Gay has some space. He goes to the open space, trying to find Rabideau, but back there is Danusi. Danusi chips it into Chazy territory. It'll go out of bounds. Chazy going from right to left. It's a throw-in halfway in their territory. And Hayden Gay comes out, and Drake goes in. And we have 20 minutes and 36 seconds. It's 2-0 Chazy. And Dominique comes out of the game.
He played a good game this afternoon. Sky Dominic, a very good game.
And it is O'Connor. He sends it to the open space, and it is Tebow. Tebow working his way in toward the baseline. Tebow, a good job over by it looks like Bingo. Bingo does a nice job taking away from Tebow, goes on to the foot of Drake. Drake with the ball, looking for somebody, pushes it back over to O'Connor. O'Connor now goes to the midfield to Lapierre. He one-times it up over to Rabideau. Rabideau trying to keep it in, and it goes out, and it will be a throw-in for Beekmantown. And substitutions, we have Munson coming back into the game, as well as Waterbury coming into the game. Coming out of the game is Bingo, as well as Bacon.
Come on, boy, come on!
Under 20 minutes to go.
Let's go, White, come on!
And here is the throw-in by Danusi. And it goes to midfield, controlled by Barrier. Barrier takes it away from Price, trying to find Tommy Tebow, and it's knocked away by Waterbury. Waterbury on the counterattack, working his way, and there's defense for Chazy is there. He goes to the far sideline. Here comes Constanti. And there's a shot comes across, and they score in Beekmantown just like that.
Deflection.
It looked like it was proper, but boy, there was a lot of speed going down.
Yeah, there was.
And at 19:07, Beekmantown says, "We are not done, boys.
No, they're not.
We got a game to play."
Makes it interesting. They finally get a reward for all that hard work.
Yeah.
You know, and that is going to pump them up big time now. They've been the better team the second half, and
I think it was Proper that got the deflection.
I know he's done some good work this afternoon. Proper, just a good hustle. It was a deflection. I don't know if it was in an own goal or did they actually get something?
I thought it was proper.
Pummel.
It was Pummel. Like, we were being told it was Pummel that got the goal.
Good work by Beekmantown.
Nicely done by the Eagles of Beekmantown. And Pummel's been playing hard.
He's had a good game.
So it's 2-1, and it is Barrier. He chips it up
See,
over
that's
to
that's what they can't
Brothers.
be doing, those little passes like that. They got to make them count.
He's trying to get by Constanti, and it's Drake. Drake working his way to the 18, pushing up to Tebow. Tebow now working.
Come on, Tommy Tebow.
It's Tommy Tebow. It's Tebow pushing it back over,
Oh.
and it is Gabe trying to get a shot off. It goes off the end line, but some good stuff from Chazy on the counterattack.
Hey, why not? You know, it's back and forth finally. I mean, Chazy was on their heels just about this whole second half. Till Wonder Boy Gage Duquette gave him a 2-0 lead, and Beekmantown came right back, and finally they get rewarded with the hard work.
Yeah, it was
Makes
short.
a good
It was
game.
literally 2 minutes and 30 seconds later that they came down and scored. Well, the ball is in Chazy territory on the far end, and it is Frederick who got the assist on that goal, on the Pummel goal, working hard, and he looks like he wants to get another one here. He pushes it back, and it goes on to the foot of Waterbury. Waterbury gets a shot off, goes off the pier, and another shot bangs off the pier, and it goes over to Price.
Chazy's kind of
Price
standing
setting it
around.
up Munson. And it is Brothers. Brothers open space, nobody there except some Eagles from Beekmantown. Danusi steps up, gets it on the foot of Munson. Munson has Constanti down the line, tries to get it to Constanti. He does. Constanti will keep it in. Being guarded by Hayden Gay, knocked away. It is Constanti. He's in the box. This is dangerous. And what a save by Trent Blaze
just come up
as
big.
Waterbury let it go.
Holy cow!
Trent Blaze was out straight.
Ho, ho.
From behind.
That was a great
Like
save.
fell on his own.
Great save, but Chazy's got to be careful because they let Constanti just walk right in
They're
there.
letting everybody walk in here, Joey. The second half, it has been all Beekmantown.
And it's
Chazy
another
is
corner kick.
Very, very fortunate to be up 1 goal at this time. We got 17-13 left here in the second half.
Well, Trent Blaze guarded that net like
That
it was his home.
That was a great save.
There's another service,
Oh,
and
trouble.
Blaze is there, and it went through everybody, and Blaze was there to get it.
Very lucky that ball landed like that.
The
And
Chazy's got to start controlling the midfield here because if they don't, it's going to get ugly.
they
for
got
them.
they got to go wide. They got to start finding feet. Now we're going to find out what they're made of. Big gut check for both
As we
these
approach
teams.
under the 17-minute mark, you know the intensity is going to pick up in this one-goal game here. Chazy leading 2-1. Both teams scoring in the second half. Chazy had the only goal in the first half.
Chazy's got to play wider though too. They can't go down the middle of Beekmantown. They're just too good.
Well, it's Drake trying to go down the middle, and there's 3 of them.
Well, they are going to be called for a foul on Drake. it looks
Oh,
like.
this is a wonderful opportunity
Yes.
for the Eagles here,
Great
just
shot.
outside
Boy,
the
I'll
18.
tell you what, if they can pull a quick one right here. They're not going to though. If they could have pulled a quick one right there to catch him flat-footed.
So, the question is, will they try to go top shelf, or will it be a set play? They're probably about 24 yards out, leaning more toward the far
Well,
side.
any of these 3 guys lining up can put it in there. So
And it is a shot toward the net, and Sullivan's there. So he throws it out quickly. He's trying to get a transition going here, and good job.
ooh,
It was
Doran and Price colliding in
and
the
they
middle of
say
that
play
field.
on. It was,
Yeah.
They both went at it together.
Sure, that's a
Good no call,
that
actually.
is a good no call.
And Waterbury with the ball, he switches fields. He's trying to get it onto the foot of Fredericks. And this game, is living up to its billing. Handball on Chazy. So now Beekmantown has a nice opportunity.
Great spot.
22 yards out, far side. They have a set play as we approach 15-26.
You got Waterbury and you have Price. They can both put it right on net. So Trent Blaze is going to have to be right on this game.
I don't see the number over there who's taking the kick.
Probably Price. Looks like Price.
And it's a low kick through. It's just outside the 18. Chazy trying to clear it. And taken out was Rogers.
Yeah,
he went off.
He was the one jumping in the air,
Right,
and
right.
he gets a foul in his favor, and
I thought the defender was just holding his ground.
he was, and, but I think Price has pushed enough people. They're just going to start calling him automatic now.
My
Who
God,
knows?
Joe, you've been so hard on that young man.
Well, he's got his hands up left and right. He's actually a very skilled player.
He is. Yeah. I don't think he's as bad as you're making him out to be. The ball is actually headed by Mr. Price himself, out of
that's
bounds.
what I mean. He's all over the place.
So it's going to be a throw in here for Chazy at the midfield line, going from right to left, far side. And it is Rogers with the throw in. He's trying to get hold of Tebow. And it is also over on the far sideline is Drake. Drake trying to pick at the ball.
Oh, good job.
Pockets. He sends it out toward the top of the box, and it's headed out by Munson. Brothers chips it up into the air, and it's kicked out toward.
That's a
midfield.
handball.
That's a handball on O'Connor.
See, Chazy's been called for a few of those handballs. You know, that's a young defense. They will get better as the season goes on. What are we at, Joey?
So it's 13-52. Shots favor Beekmantown. 13-10. Corner kicks where it really counts. They lead 6-1.
Yeah.
And here's a kick by Danusi. And it's controlled by Brothers. Brothers pushing it up, finding Tebow. Tebow with the ball, trying to get up to Drake, but too far ahead. Long comes onto the foot of Danusi. He just chips it up. It will go out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in for Chazy.
Good hustle
They're
by
going from
Gay.
right to left, halfway in their territory. And quickly thrown in by O'Connor to Hayden Gay. Gay with the ball pushes it up over to Brothers. Brothers now gives it to Drake. Drake trying to get by one player. A good job defensively by Sullivan. Sullivan gives it up over to Plumador. Up to midfield, goes onto the foot of Constanti. And it's knocked out of bounds. And
Make sure we're not flat. Hey, barrier. Make sure we're not flat. We're always
it's
helping
going to
up
be a
here a
throw
little
in here
bit.
for
right?
Beekmantown. It is Danusi. We're under 13. Danusi with the throw in. He goes down the line and it goes out of bounds. And there was a wasted opportunity on that throw in.
Can't waste them. There's only 12 minutes and 45 seconds left. Every thing is going to count now. Chazy's keeping Beekmantown out of their zone a little bit now, Joey.
Yeah, more play in midfield right now. As where we are as we speak. Drake will
hustle by
jump in
Drake.
here trying to get to Tebow. Tebow is controlling the ball, but it goes too far away from outside the sideline here. So throw in for Beekmantown, and it will be Danusi with the throw in. He gets it onto the foot of Proper. Proper with the ball, booms it toward the Chazy 18. Back there is Dorn. Dorn sends it back toward midfield into Beekmantown territory. So
Chazy has to get up, though.
well, they got to move the ball forward, and
Yeah.
they're trying to do that, but it's controlled by Waterbury. Waterbury with the ball, looking for somebody, pushes it back over to Price. Price with the ball about 25 yards out, takes a big booming shot, and it goes into the hands of Trent Blaze as Constanti was rushing in, but Blaze calmly handles
This is
the
what
ball,
you do, yeah. He's letting his team set up right now, move
Yep.
them up.
taking his time,
Take
working
some
his way to the 18.
pressure off.
And there's a nice high kick. It'll hit at midfield, going to Beekmantown territory. And it is knocked out of bounds by Munson, so Chazy will get a throw in. And it will be Tyler Hicks checking into the game, coming out. Some good minutes by Tommy Tebow.
Yeah, he got the assist on Wonder Boy Gage Duquette's goal, so good hustle. Yeah, he's been out there a little while.
And Keegan O'Connor will take the throw in here for Chazy, halfway into Beekmantown territory. Near sideline, they're going from right to left. Beekmantown from left to right. It's going toward the end line. Drake trying to get there first. And
They
it
are
is.
creaming Drake, and I mean, they are leveling him left and right.
So they're calling a foul.
Yeah, it was a foul against Beekmantown, but he was letting him play on because Chazy had advantage. But then Sullivan came over and railed Drake.
Well, Hayden Gay's got a free kick here. He's he's near the sideline, but close to the 18-yard line as far as.
These are tough to defend.
Yeah, they are.
Very tough to defend against. So see what the Eagles can do of Chazy on this one. They haven't had a whole lot of opportunities this half.
Well, here goes Hayden Gay. He sends it in.
It's a good
nice
one.
feed. And it's headed, good, defended well by Gary. Ball heads up in the air, and Sullivan quickly rolls it out, gets it around to the feet of Munson. Munson sends it right to midfield. It's Dominy. Dominy pushing it up to the Constanti, and Dorn
Very
just
good
kicks
play.
it out.
Smart play.
Sends it forward deep. Good play. And it gets by Hicks, Tyler Hicks, but then stepping up is Barrier. And it is now controlled by Plumador. Plumador, far sideline.
Brothers deeper, brothers!
He sends it up to midfield. It goes onto the foot of Price.
Hicks, Jay!
Price working his way down, guarded by Hicks. He sends it up over to Dominy. Dominy, far sideline, back over to Price. It is Beekmantown controlling the play here, trying to find an opening up to the center of the field onto Waterbury's foot. Waterbury has Munson here on the near sideline. Comes over to Munson. Chazy going back defensively. It's chipped into the 18. Ball is headed toward the net, but it's headed wide by Fredericks. So we're under 10, Joe. Chazy leading Beekmantown 2-1 in this championship game.
I'm looking out there. It looks like barrier for Chazy might be cramping up. He's starting to pull on his toes, so
Hey,
he's
9
been out there
minutes,
the
boys,
whole
come on,
game.
dig deep.
And now we're going to find out that last 10 minutes of the second half.
Well, you got Chazy, the defending champions in this tournament. Beekmantown, a perennial powerhouse in Division I, and this game has lived up to its billing tonight. And it is O'Connor chipping the ball out, but controlled by Domley, and that would be a dangerous play. No, a push, it looks like, on Beekmantown.
Could be.
So Chazy gets the call, and Dorn will take it. He'll take his time. We're under 9 minutes right now. Chazy leading 2-1, and Chazy just got to keep pushing that ball forward, Joe.
They got to keep Beekmantown away, like they've been doing for the last few minutes. Keep them away, because Beekmantown was right around that net pretty much this whole second half for about the last 6 or 7 minutes.
Dorn, good kick toward the 18, and it is controlled by Price, though, toward midfield, gets it up to Constanti. Constanti being guarded, he gets it up over to Munson. Munson to the open space, Constanti with some good speed, now working his way toward the 18. Back there is O'Connor, and O'Connor does a nice job, and it is a corner kick. So this is dangerous here if you're a Chazy fan, as Beekmantown gets corner kick number 7 here. It looks like it will be a traditional corner kick here, and it is Munson taking the kick here for the Eagles of
Chazy has to
Beekmantown.
defend. They're getting tired.
Feed outside the 18, won by Chazy, but now it comes back, it deflects off of Lapeer, cleared out nicely by Drake from midfield. Stepping up is Plumador sends it all the way back to the 18. And it is Rogers on the far sideline. Rogers battling. And the ball is now cleared off the end line, and it is going to be a goal kick here for Chazy. They will take their time.
Chazy's going to have a nice 15-second respite here, just to get their breath back and, you know, figure it out. Count your fingers, count your toes, and count your blessings that you haven't been scored on a couple more times this half.
Well, the shots favor Beekmantown 14-10. Corner kicks favor them 7-1. But where it matters most, Chazy leads on the scoreboard 2-1.
Hey, right there's good. All right, he's not going to bang it that far here.
And there's a kick by Dorn. It
on, Drake.
bounces
Take
toward
corner line,
midfield.
take corner.
Drake sends it up, trying to find Hicks. Hicks heads the ball back, and it goes on to the foot of Plumador. Plumador trying to find Munson, goes off the head of Hayden Gay. Stepping up is O'Connor. O'Connor and Costani battling for the ball. He knocks away over to Brothers. Brothers pushed off the ball
Trip on
by
Beekmantown.
Constanti. So Chazy will get the free kick. And it'll be Dorn will come out and take the kick, killing some time. Under 7 minutes to go.
Up here.
If Chazy can hang on, they will be very, very fortunate, Joey.
Well, I mean,
I really do. I feel that way.
I don't feel as strong about that as you. I mean, Beekmantown's had some chances, there's no doubt,
They've had
but
way better chances this second half.
they controlled more of the midfield. I'll grant you that.
Yeah, they've had the ball down
Ball
from
goes to
Chazy the whole
18.
time.
Chazy's inside the box. Coming off is Sullivan. Hicks was there too, but Matt LeClaire got there first. Quick punt, big booming punt. It's going all the way back. It hits the sweeper Dorn. He goes to the far sideline. He's trying to find Rogers over in the far sideline, and it goes over to Gay. Gay has it knocked down and comes to the open space, picked up by Barrier. Barrier has it poked away. It is Rogers. Rogers sends it forward. It goes onto the foot of Price. Price with the ball goes to the sideline, working his way down the sideline. It is Price turned on the afterburners. Ball's cleared out. Brothers fans on it. This is dangerous. Constanti now sends it up over to Munson. Munson looking to load up, and Munson loads it up off the end line. So we have another goal kick here. Tommy Tebow checking back into the game, as well as Alex Proper. Coming out of the game is Wyan for Beekmantown. 5:32 to go here in this game. Chazy leading 2-1 in the championship game. The Battle of the Eagles, Beekmantown and Chazy.
Had a good game.
It's been a very entertaining game.
It has been entertaining. Trent Blaze making that great save so far to keep Chazy, preserve the lead. We might have to come up with another big one before this game is over. We have about 5 minutes left here in the second half.
Well, a nice moving punt. Tommy Tebow trying to get to the ball here is deep into the Beekmantown end there. Tebow working hard on the side.
Good hard work by Tommy
Yeah,
Tebow.
he knocks out of bounds, throwing for Beekmantown. Quickly it comes in, and you can feel the intensity of this game. Pick it up here as we get under 5 minutes. Beekmantown trying to get the equalizer. He gets it up over to Domney, but it's taken away by Brothers. Gets it over to Hayden Gay. Gay pushes it up over, trying to find Barrier, but it's taken away by Waterbury. He gives it up over to Munson. Munson pushes it up over to Constanti. Constanti has some ungodly speed out there, but it's knocked away by O'Connor. Now the open space here is Constanti. He is dangerous in the open field. It is Constanti. Dorn trying to contain. Constanti. Dorn trying to do a good job containing. He fans on it. And that's Lapierre, or O'Connor, and Constanti battling for the ball, kept in by Munson. Munson chips it in toward the net, and it is Trent Blazes there. No danger. We're approaching the 4-minute mark here. We're getting ready to have Dylan Garrow ready to check into the game, as well as number 14, Ethan Bacon. And Blaze with a good long booming kick into Beekmantown territory. And it is picked up by Benusi. He sends it into Chazy territory about midfield, controlled by Fredericks. Fredericks and Barrier battling.
Good job,
Barrier was that ball.
Barry did a great job.
And it gets over to Lapierre. He tried to get it back up over to Rogers, but it's cleared here to the near sideline. Constanti, and it is O'Connor battling for that ball again. O'Connor and Constanti. Good job by O'Connor sending it forward, but stepping up is Benusi into the offensive zone. He gives it up over to Munson. Munson being guarded by Drake. Back over to Benusi. Benusi trying to go up to Munson. It goes off of Hayden Gay's leg.
Hurt. Hayden Gay,
He's coming out, and they got Dylan Garrow into the game. With 3:10 to go.
So there's something. He does not look comfortable.
3:06 to go here. And Munson with the throw in toward the 18. And
big
it
push.
is Rogers trying to clear it out, but it defends, goes off a Beekmantown player. Comes out the 18, and it is Garrow. Garrow doing a nice job going down the line. Dylan Garrow just checking the game. Some fresh legs, goes to the open space, sends it forward, and it's kicked forward by Plumidor onto the foot of Waterbury. Waterbury guarded by O'Connor. O'Connor does a good job defensively, sends it back up. Stepping up, and it is Tommy Tebow. Tommy Tebow with the ball.
He's got space.
He's got some space. It's Tebow killing some time here. Good job by Tebow. Tebow has it now knocked away, but good job by Tebow killing some time there. But he hustles back, gets to the ball, comes to the near sideline. Coming up is Munson. He's in his own territory, but over a short of midfield, booms it up toward Chazy's territory, and it goes back to midfield, controlled by Munson. And it goes off of Garrett. And it'll be a throw in here for Beekmantown. We are at the 2-minute mark here. And we got Gage Duquette checking in. He calls out Tommy Tebow, and Coach McCullough trying to kill some time here. He does a good job killing off 10 seconds. We now have Benusi with the throw-in. He gets the throw-in, it goes, lays on the ground, picked up by Constanti. O'Connor trying to battle Constanti, coming over to help out, and it goes off of Drake, so throw in here for Beekmantown, goes to Constanti, and it's knocked out of bounds by O'Connor. He knocks it off of Constanti, so throw in for Chazy. O'Connor, 1:24 to go. He's taking his time. And there's a deep throw in, and Gage Duquette running for it. Duquette wins that battle. It's Gage Duquette. He's working his way down, and Duquette is taken out, and he went up in the air. It was good defensive play, actually, by Plumidor.
I'd like to see a replay of that one.
So we got a throw in here. We're under a minute now, and Beekmantown trying to move everybody up. And it is Proper sends it up there, headed by O'Connor to the center. And you know what, Barry knows what to do. He sends it forward. Big booming kick. It goes on the head of Plumidor. He gets it up over to Sullivan. And Price sends it to the far sideline. Beekmantown trying to keep it in. Nice job. And Lapierre steps up, and Drake just kicks a booming kick.
Nice ball by Drake.
The ball is Sullivan.
Perfect
He's
ball.
out of the net. He's a player right now. And he chips it up toward midfield. Drake, and it is Brothers. He chips it up high in the air. 20 seconds to go. Headed by Rabity back into the defensive territory. And quickly Sullivan sends it back into Chazy territory. And it is Rogers trying to clear it out. Rogers doing a good job. It's 9 seconds to go. They're trying to clear it at midfield.
This game's over.
And this game will come to an end here. And it is official. Chazy wins the Frankie Garrow Memorial 2-1. And Coach McCullough has got to be happy with this one. I guess he would be. You are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country Hometown Radio, WIRY 1340 or wiry.com. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
This is Lee Barcombe signing off for Hometown Cable. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to visit hometowncablenetwork.com to make a donation.